creation is on. Ishvara didn't go to sleep after creating the world. Creation is on. Creation is Ishvara. The created world is Ishvara. It's a manifestation. Srishtam Jagat is a Abhivyaktam Jagat. It's a manifestation of Ishvara. Time is changing. Everything else in time is changing. And therefore, you don't see the same thing again. It is a disconcerting fact to know that you don't see any person now. You always see anybody of the past, including me now. You are seeing me. You think you are seeing me now. It's not true. To see me means my physical body has to be seen by you, and the body has to be lighted. The reflected light from this body has to reach your eyes, and it will take some time. Light travels 180,000 miles per second, more or less. And the light from here to reach your eyes takes some time, and that is very, very fractional, highly fractional, microsecond. But it does take time. Therefore, you don't see the Swami of the present. You always see anyone of the past. In the sense, everything is changing. Anything time-bound is changing. It's a flux. The earth itself is moving. You are not, the earth is not stationary, much less you are. And therefore, everything is moving in this. Therefore, a new second is born. Old second is gone. In this great activity, we call it in our culture yajna. In this Maha Yajna, everyone is a participant. You are not a witness. If you are just a witness, you don't need to have hands and legs to participate, to contribute. You are a participant because you are endowed with Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and to express yourself, the limbs necessary are there. If you are just a witness, all that you require is only a head dropped from the heaven with a solar battery. You don't require bioenergy. Some kind of a organic solar battery is enough. And if you sit in the sun for 10 minutes, you can go for 3 years. That kind of a battery. with a natural entropy. Only head, eyes are there to see, ears are there to hear, nose is there to smell, tongue is there to taste. That's all you require. You don't require food because you don't require energy. You have your solar battery on the top. Exposed to the sun, you will go for 3 years. So all that you require is 10 minutes sunlight. Enough. And that's another 3 years, another 3 years. Of course, there is a natural entropy and the solar battery dies and the head is no more functioning. You are just a witness. I witness you. You witness me. All the heads roll around. This is how you are born, suppose. You are a non-participant. You don't have a role to play. Every organism plays its role. Programmed as it is. A tree does its job. It gives you the oxygen. It provides you with food, shade, varieties of things. It maintains an ecosystem. Every tree, every plant, it does its job. It takes from the earth only what it needs to take. The rest of it, it leaves behind. That is how from the same earth you have grass, you have a medicinal plant also. That, this amla, the medicinal amla, which is called the short dwarf amla, which has amla fruits like amla leaves like very small, good for liver, and it is along with the grass, it is wild. But it takes what it has to take. The grass takes what it has to take. Every one of them plays its role, does its job. Every animal does its job. It doesn't misbehave. It behaves as it is expected to. The carnivorous are carnivorous. The herbivorous are herbivorous. The multivorous are multivorous. You find them behaving as they are expected to behave. Why? Because they are programmed. They are all programmed to contribute. They are participants in the creation, including bacteria. They are participants. Those who give problems also, they are participants. There must be some meaning for them also. They are participants. Human being also is a participant. Hands, legs are there, faculties are there, not for fun. They are all meant for you to participate. That you can become a father, become a mother is also a participation. The Lord is called Janaka, and the Lord viewed as mother is called Janani, Jagat Janani. And here also the father is a kind of Kuti God, Chota Ishvara, Chota Ishwari, Choti Ishwari, I suppose. And therefore, so this is, everyone is a possible Janaka, Janani. You are a participant. You are a contributor. Every animal is a contributor and also consumer. Cow is noble for us because it consumes less, contributes more. That shows the divinity. It is programmed, but we can invoke that particular aspect of contributing more than what is consumed. That is where spirituality is. That's where the growth is. You are a much more a contributor than a consumer. That's our culture. Gandhiji was a Mahatma only in our country. He could be a Mahatma. Where Tyaga has contribution is more, consuming is less, and therefore he consumed the minimum and contributed more for the welfare of this country. Whatever he thought was necessary for the country, he was convinced, he dedicated his life, he contributed more and consumed the minimum. He is a Mahatma. Therein lies spirituality. Therein lies Ishvara. Therefore we called him Mahatma. We worshipped him. Why? Because he was a Tyagi. Only in our culture, Tyaga is respected. A monk here is not one who is wedded to poverty. No, a wedded to poverty is not wedded to Ishvara, who is all wealth, but who doesn't own anything, possess anything, contributes everything, and that person is called a Tyagi, a sannyasi, correct? Respected. Why respected? Because there is a fullness there. That is why cow becomes symbolic for us. That is why cow slaughter is considered in this country a great universe papa. A great contributor is being slaughtered, is to be protected. Every animal is to be protected, and it is symbolic. A very, very important thing it is. People should respect the people's sentiments. Our whole country has this sentiment. It needs to be respected. All sentiments of all people we should respect. It's not that some sentiments of particular people alone are sentiments. Sentiments need to be respected. Therefore, you are a participant. And the best participation is when you are able to play your part. What exactly you need to do, it is a script of the role. Whether it is already well defined or it is learned by you, interpreted by you, one has to follow the script, and the script well followed, you become one with Ishvara, in harmony with Ishvara. One with Ishvara, when I say, you are not rubbing Ishvara, you are in harmony with Ishvara. The appropriate word is yoga. Yoga here is yojane. You are in harmony with Ishvara because this is your contribution. You fit into your slot. It is not a given slot. Every moment it is different and you always get into that slot. And you never have to hesitate. Even if you hesitate, doesn't matter. But learn to get into your slot. Whole life you are in harmony with Ishvara. This is called yoga. Swakarmana tam abhyarchya. Therefore, I don't need a special action to relate to Ishvara, even though a special action is meant to have this life, this yoga, because it is not easy. Therefore, by a special action, we invoke Ishvara's grace so that you are able to live a life in harmony with Swadharma. Now you understand what is Swadharma? Swadharma is Swakarma. What is to be done at this place, at this time? As a student, as a grahastha, what is to be done? As a citizen, as a neighbor, as a householder, as father, as mother, as children. So what is to be done? There are different duties. And one good thing in all doing these duties is there is, after having done the duty, there is a joy. Correct? Whenever you do the right thing, you feel good. This is true with laundry also. You go on postponing your laundry. I will do it next Sunday. Sunday comes and some other program. You go out. You can't do it. Next Sunday. Then the pile is increasing and afterwards you just decide to do it. And you roll up your sleeves and then you do this laundry. After doing the laundry, you feel you are relieved. Of what? The load of laundry, you know. That means for 1 week I was a donkey carrying this big load, correct? Otherwise, how will I be relieved? The load was with me. It got unloaded. Why? This is what is called alienation. From Ishvara I got alienated in not doing laundry. In fact, when you cross borders, when you cross boundaries, you always get alienated from Ishvara. In a place where you are working, you have certain ground rules. You follow the rules, you feel good. You cross the rules, you are guilty all the time. Ishvara is not elsewhere. Ishvara is in doing my laundry, in taking care of what I need to take care of, including my body, because it is given. This is our culture. And therefore, there is this role playing involved in day-to-day life. In this various forms of relationship, you can recognize I'm a son to my parents, daughter to my parents. I am father, mother to my children. But then, without this inter-mutual relationship, basically as an individual, I am related to whom? Basically as an individual, I am related to Ishvara. Correct? Why? Because my father also is equally related to Ishvara. My grandfather is equally related to Ishvara. Ishvara doesn't become grandfather, great-grandfather. All are equally related. You can call him grandfather, doesn't matter. All are equally related to Ishvara, the total and the individual. Like in a forest, there are million trees. Every tree is equally related to the forest. Each tree is related to other trees around, as father tree, mother tree, and daughter tree, and so on. You can have a mutual relationship. The tree can have mutual relationship with other trees. But every one of them in the forest is related to the forest. Forest pervades every tree. Every tree is not forest there. The forest is pervading every tree. This is called individual tree and the forest. Similarly, as an individual, I am pervaded by Ishvara in the form of orders, as I said. In this, I need to play different roles. My role playing also is related to Ishvara. That is why we say, when you do your karma, it becomes worship. In our culture, we have this sentence, work is worship. You must have been told which work is what worship. If you do my work, you will understand it is not any worship, because I have to clean the roads. It is not any worship. This is how you may think. But it is true. No matter what I do, it's my attitude that converts my job into worship. It's given to me to do this. I can change my work. But once I assume something, it's given to me to work. And by doing this, I contribute to Ishvara's, this great Mahayajna. Therefore, I am a participant in this yajna. That awareness of Ishvara as a dynamic manifestation of this Jagat, then that awareness makes me a devotee. Not now, first devotee, last devotee. I'm a devotee forever. Thank you.
Guru Sevam Tum Guru Sevam